I'll need this energy for later today. Today we'll be riding around the Tatacoa Desert. I feel like I'm in the middle of some kind of movie. This is River Magdalena, and we're ready to cross it. Puente Golondrinas. Oh my god, look at that! Whee! This is Cherry, my KTM 390 adventure, and me, Aliona. And in this season, we're traveling around Peru, Ecuador, and Colombia. We love gorgeous views, beautiful roads, and we don't mind a little bit of challenge. Let's go exploring! Good morning, Cherry and I are ready to go. We're in a little town called Fortalecillas, and it's known for its bizcocho, called alchiras. It's salty, cheesy-like, and very, very tasty. And yeah, Cherry and I were heading to Desierto de Tatacoa. Let's ride! Alright, so now we're heading to a small town called Villavieja, which is the entrance to the desert of Tatacoa. There I'm going to have breakfast and then head over to the desert to ride around, explore, and enjoy the beauty. At least that's how I pictured it last night. But there is a tiny little detail. It rained all night. Like a massive, massive thunderstorm. And it was so bad that my entire room got flooded last night. One of the billion lightnings hit an electricity cable, and now there is no power in the town. And yeah, I couldn't even charge my devices. And that's not even my biggest concern. My biggest concern is a river crossing on my way to the desert. I'm not quite sure whether it's doable after this amount of rain. Actually, I was told that some people went there earlier today and had to turn around because the current was too strong to attempt crossing. Well, I don't really have a backup plan, and the river is not too far away. So I guess I'm just gonna go there and take a look. So here we are, the river crossing. Well, it looks like some people are actually crossing, while others are watching them and thinking whether it's a good idea. Alright, let's not overthink it. Let's just watch one more person cross it. Okay, not too bad. And see that guy in the yellow vest? He is there to help. Whew. Oh my god. Oh wow. Fair amount of adrenaline for the day. El Desierto de Tatacoa. The Tatacoa Desert. Well, technically, it's not a desert. The only real desert in Colombia is La Guajira, in the very north of the country. And I've already been there. Ooh, another river. Oh, thanks God there is a bridge here. And look at all this water. I'm really curious if it has rained in the desert as well. And welcome to Villavieja. Time to find some food. Well, this is quite a touristy place, so I'm sure there are plenty of restaurants. with some very nice food. Alright, so I found a nice place to have a breakfast and charge my phone. And I'm starting the day with mango maracuya juice, a coffee, and a hamburger. I guess I'll need this energy for later today. Actually, I just talked around here and I've been told that it did not rain in the desert, but here it did rain quite a bit and it's actually still kind of raining. Well, first breakfast and then fingers crossed we're gonna be able to do everything we planned for today. Thank you for great breakfast, Cafe Mael. Sun is out and we are ready to go for our little desert loop. The desert loop I've planned for today is just about 40 kilometers, but we'll be passing through pretty much the entire desert. Well, as I already mentioned, technically it's not a desert, but a tropical dry forest. Alright, you'll say, this part we're riding through right now is not very dry. But don't worry. Very soon we'll reach the red and the gray parts of it, where it rains so rarely that the only vegetation that's left are the cacti. And here we are in the red desert. These labyrinths, cacti, and crazy colors. Around 5 million years ago, this area was a tropical forest with a diversity of flowers and trees, but over time, it's been gradually drying out to take form of the desert landscape we see today. Pretty awesome, right? And yeah, this is the Gray Desert. And what do we see here? Beautiful trail. Oh yes. But also a very beautiful, very dramatic looking sky. Are we going to see it rain in the desert today? Oh wow, these landscapes. How did nature come up with creating them? Well, it took hundreds of thousands of years. If I had that much time, what would I create? Maybe something like this? Sorry, just another one of my random thoughts. Oh, such a cool trail. And such an easy ride. Compared to my ride around La Guajira, the real desert, you know? This one is almost like riding a paved road. La Guajira was a lot of sand, and I was really pushing my limits there. This, on the other hand, is pure joy. And what do we have here? Ah, I see. This is the end of the kind of touristy part of the desert. Most people stay around the gray or the red zones because there are lots of hikes, there are some accommodations where one can stay, there are also tours for stargazing and even some natural pools where one can just chill and cool down in the super hot afternoons here. Well, I'm gonna tell you we're gonna do none of the above. Let's just keep riding and see what this less transited and more adventurous trail has for us. Oh yeah, it's definitely getting more adventurous here. Imagine if it actually did rain. Well, it would have been a whole different level of fun. Maybe I should quickly fly the drone and see how's the road ahead of us. Or I could, of course, ask somebody if there was anybody around here. Like, seriously? Where did this guy come from?
Tardes.
Buenas tardes. ¿Qué tal la vía para allá?
Está buen estado. Ya muy bien y que disfrute ese paseo.
Gracias, igualmente.
Alright, so he says that the road ahead is in a very good state, which is good news, of course. Although, with the locals, you kind of never know. I remember quite a few times when my personal perception of the road was completely different from what I've been told by the locals. So let's see. Ooh, nice sandy part. And so beautiful. I'm not so sure I like this cloud behind me. Seems like it's getting closer. So I think from now on I'll try to go non-stop because it's still quite a few hours until I reach the main road. And I really don't feel like getting into a storm. I can only imagine what kind of a muddy mess this turns into after a good heavy rain. And actually I've heard some stories about it as well. So yeah, I'd better hurry up. And now, talking about this mud, it looks like it rained here not so long ago. At least this is getting muddy and slippery.
Alright. Last part of the loop.
And something is telling me that this is going to be the most difficult part of the loop as well. Oh yeah, adventures ahead. Oh, I'm not a big fan of all this mud. Although, I guess crossing this mud is better than having to cross a river, right? Oh yeah, it's muddy. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. And steep. And rocky. All of it. All of it in one. And now it's becoming a single track. Amazing. A rocky, muddy, single track. What did I sign up for today? Oh, one more of those crossings. And this one seems to have water. Oh, so beautiful, right? The scenery is absolutely amazing. The trail is somewhat more challenging than what I expected. Alright, almost there. Whoops. Uh-oh. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Whew. So far, so good. Wow. These views are just surreal. Honestly, I feel like I'm in the middle of some kind of movie. So cool. Look at this. And it's got to be some kind of old Western movie, of course. I almost feel like I don't belong here. I've got too many horsepowers, you know? So, it's about 7 kilometers to finish the desert loop. And then it's about 30 kilometers until the main road. And with this speed, I'm not going to reach it anytime soon. But once we're on the main road, it's gonna be nice and easy. So wild. Wild scenery. And a pretty wild trail as well. Oh my god. Look at this. Wow. This is the least known part of the loop. And for me, it's the most beautiful one. Although the Red Desert was pretty awesome as well. but that part was touristy. And this place is wild. Like the Wild West, you know? Wow, so cool. And you know what? I'm actually really happy it's cloudy today. I've heard that the day temperatures here can reach 40 degrees Celsius. Imagine if it was sunny on top of it. I might have died in this desert, you know? But, well, at the same time, I'm happy it's warm. After the super rainy and cold ride yesterday, this feels like, whew, heaven sauna. Ooh! The loop of desert Tatacoa is done. I assume that from now on the road is gonna be dry and super easy. Well, maybe I shouldn't assume too much. A little river crossing here. But nice and easy it is. And now it's 20 minutes past 1. Which means I've still got plenty of time to do the last 30 kilometers until the main road. We're heading towards the bridge called Puente Golondrinas, and we'll be crossing the river Magdalena. Oh, look at this pretty place. Perfect for a little break to have a snack and celebrate the end of the loop. Time to eat those alchiras from Fortalecillas, where I was last night. Super nice with a little break, but it's time to move on. If the trail continues to be so nice and easy and doesn't get all muddy, then we should be on the main road within more or less an hour. And once we get there, we can look for a proper lunch. I think I'm starting to get a little bit hungry here. Oh, if the trail doesn't get muddy, I said. And a proper mud puddle. Here we go. Amazing. Oh yeah, and now a river crossing. It just keeps getting better. Oh my god. Oh well, this is nothing compared to the river we crossed today morning. That one was pretty wild. Oh, look at this! Pavement! Oh yeah, it's a little town called Victoria. Or the victory, you know. The victory of surviving the Tatacoa Desert. But we're not celebrating just yet. Still about 20 kilometers until the main road. And I really don't think they're gonna be paved. No, look how green it has become. Just a little bit out of the desert, and it's green! Green and muddy. And yeah, it looks perfectly sunny, but I can hear thunder somewhere. Somewhere not too far away from here, a massive storm is about to begin. And yeah, here it's simply paradise. So green, and lots of flowers, and I don't know if you can see it, but there are plenty of butterflies here. And some pretty steep, rocky downhills. And the super steep, rocky uphill. Whee! This is fun! Oh yeah! Oh, look! Maybe we can find a pretty view over the river from somewhere up here. Okay, tiny break with this beauty. This is River Magdalena, and we're ready to cross it and head to the paved road. Oh my god, my hair. And yeah, I'm super sweaty. But it was so much fun, right, Cherry?
We love it!
And here is the entrance to the bridge from a super cool tunnel. Just a little bit muddy, otherwise very long, very narrow, and very dark. And here is the bridge. Puente Golondrinas. Oh my god, look at that. Whee! Oh my god, this is awesome. This is so cool. It looks amazing. And sounds a little bit mean. And another cool tunnel I had. This one is surprisingly completely dry. Okay, maybe not completely dry, but much better than I expected. Alright, we're officially on the other side of the river. Look how pretty with all the cows. But to be very honest with you, I'm getting quite tired. So I'm actually quite happy that the civilization is near. Oh wow, surrounded by mountains. 360 view. So beautiful. One would have thought that we already left all the beauty behind. But no, there is more of it. Absolutely gorgeous ride today. And a really warm one. One would have thought that it's too warm, but after the cold rainy day yesterday, I really appreciate it. And I'm also mentally preparing for another cold and rainy day up in the mountains tomorrow. Tomorrow we should reach Bogota and complete this season, and I can't believe we're so close already. And here's the paved road. It's just 3 p.m. now, so it sounds like we've got plenty of time. Very well done, Elona. From now on, I don't expect any major challenges, so let's just advance as much as we can today, so we have a bit more time for explorations tomorrow. Half an hour later, riding this easy, flat, straight, paved road, I feel terribly bored. I should come up with something to entertain me. Oh yeah, let's find some food. Both for me and for Cherry as well. And obviously Cherry gets her food first. Let's feed the baby. And my food is a pork dish typical for this region called lechona. Alright, the last beat for today. Only 45 minutes until a town called Melgar, where I should be able to find a hotel for tonight. Look, Bogota, 141 kilometers. That's along the main road, of course. And, of course, it's not the road we'll be taking tomorrow. Welcome to Melgar, our home for tonight. And look, we've arrived before sunset today. Mission accomplished.